So here we are at the Central Pier in Blackpool. This is the main entrance. There are also two boardwalks either side, which allow you to access to the pier. It was a wonderfully sunny day, very warm, quite exceptional weather for the time of year, really. And in the distance you can see the big one, which is a big roller coaster, and you should also be able to make out the South Pier. As I said, Central Pier is, as you may expect from the name, is the central of the three piers in Blackpool. I don't know if anywhere else in the country has three piers. I don't think so. But I could be wrong on that. And in fact, they have a big wheel which was put in I think around 30 years ago. And it's a half-size replica of a big wheel which used to be near the Winter Gardens, which is a building in central Blackpool. You may hear the music dip from time to time, or the background noise dip from time to time. That's purely because there's some copyrighted music playing rather loudly from the stalls, and I didn't want YouTube to potentially take down the video because of that. Central Pier can be quite claustrophobic. It doesn't have the open aspect that the North Pier does. So you can normally just see north or south, or in fact see nothing at all in certain places. And as I said in an earlier video, there are a lot more amusements here. You saw the big wheel earlier and those kiddies rides, such as the one on the left. And there's Blackpool's best known attraction, the tower, and the North Pier just to the left of it. Lots of stalls selling whatever the opposite of health food is, and lots of people trying to take your money off you. Lots of games, lots of amusements. But here you can see what I mean about it being claustrophobic. There's nothing to be seen to either side apart from the shops. Banana. So we're getting towards the end of the pier. You can see the end of the pier bar. We're just going to skirt around the right-hand side of that to the very end of the pier. Great views over the Irish Sea. Very, very calm sea today. Hardly any wind, as you can see from the waves gently lapping against the sands. So here we are at the very end of the pier. Like the other piers in Blackpool, once upon a time it stretched out quite a bit further with a jetty where you could in fact take boat rides. That's long gone, I'm afraid. And there you can see the South Pier and the big one in the distance. So we're now heading back down the pier, and just as there were shops and amusements on the way up, it's the same on the way down as well. In fact, these trestle tables and chairs are part of the bar, people sitting outside in the sunshine. Obviously a nice thing to do on a warm sunny day like today. Central Pier is the middle one of the 3 piers to be opened in Blackpool. The first one was the North Pier, followed by the Central, and then what eventually was the South Pier, which was opened a little later. The Central Pier was seen as a much less refined pier than the North Pier. The charges on the North Pier at the time of the opening were quite high, so it attracted what was perceived to be a better class of patron. And there's the big wheel, as I say, which has been here for about 30 years. I didn't try an ice cream roll. And the one thing you can probably be certain of is that whatever food you do buy doesn't look like the photographs you can see here. It was very busy. Not too sure that social distancing was very much in evidence. I really prefer the North Pier for that. There's a lot more open space. So as well as the bar at the far end of the pier, there's also a cafe here, which is next to the entrance. I was going to exit through the arcade, but then I realised that you had to wear a mask, and when I looked in my bag I didn't have a mask with me, so unfortunately that had to be abandoned, and I took the other way out. There's a one-way system in place here as well, so you enter on one of these boardwalks and you exit on this one. And that was Blackpool Pier, or Blackpool Central Pier even. Hope you enjoyed it. More to come.
Halfway point at the halfway, 4 in the lead, followed by 1, followed by 7.